My name is Matthew Hall, and I'm in the Master's Degree Program in Instructional Technology at Kennesaw State University. I began the program fall of 2013 and will graduate this summer 2015. During the summer of 2014, I began working and planning the processes for my Capstone project, which I titled, How Do I Do That Again? A WCS Teacher's Guide to Instructional Technology Resources. For this capstone, I wanted to address an issue that we had in our building of inadequate technology usage. We are fortunate to have a lot of resources of technology in our building, and teachers sometimes will use them, sometimes they won't. A lot of times they say that they don't want to use them because they forgot that they were there, or they forgot how to use it and didn't want to have to ask somebody how to pull it out and set it back up. I created this wiki space for teachers, anyone in the building, to post resources to that could help with those technology tools that we currently had. For the plan for my capstone project, I designed the wiki page to be public access for anybody could go to it. I wanted it to be available for anybody in the school building to read, post, view, do whatever they wanted to with it. I wanted them to use it as a collaboration tool to share with people within the building and to share the resources that they found helpful, and then go back and comment and provide feedback to the resources that others had posted as well. I knew that it would take a little bit of work to get people to start posting, so I made myself a schedule within my plan for me to go in at least once a month and post at least one resource for teachers to have access to. Throughout the year, I wanted to design a way to evaluate the progress of the capstone project, so I created 3 different surveys within SurveyMonkey to send out to my teachers through their email accounts. I thought that this would be a quick and easy way to get feedback, and SurveyMonkey would also hold the data for us. I did a beginning of year survey, which I sent out in August, and that kind of got a basic feedback on current technology needs from the teachers within the building. Then in January, I sent out a middle of year survey, which was a lot like the beginning of year, but it just kind of went a little step further and got more specific feedback on how well the teachers were accessing the wiki page, if they liked it, if things that they thought needed to be changed about it. And then in the end of the year, in May, when I had implemented the capstone for a full year, I sent out the end of year tech survey, which was exactly like the middle of year survey, and it just, like I said, it went through the basic questions of descriptors for who was taking the survey, and then basic needs that the teachers felt were priorities for their classrooms, as well as how much they liked the wiki page and if they were accessing it like I hoped they would. The best part about doing this survey and assessing the results through SurveyMonkey and emailing it out was that it collected data. As soon as the teacher submitted it back, it collected it and sent it right back to me, and I could go in through my account and analyze the results from any of the surveys. As you can see from this response summary, I only had 14 total responses. This is from my middle of year survey, and it shows within the results, it goes through and shows the results for each individual question. This was really helpful. It was a very quick way for me to go in and analyze my results for the surveys. designing this project was a great experience. It was the first time I had done anything school-wide like this and implemented it for all of our teachers. I have done several things within my grade level, but this was pushed for the whole school, so I was reaching out to teachers that I normally did not work with that much. I had to make sure that I was staying on top of awareness, that teachers knew that the site was available and that they had constant access to it. I did have a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning when some of the teachers on different grade levels than I was were emailing me back saying that they wanted to access the site but they weren't able to. And I had to go back in and make sure that I had adjusted the privacy settings. So there was a little bit of troubleshooting issues at the beginning, but that in turn was a plus too, because it gave me more experience in that area of working to solve problems. And it showed me that teachers were trying to get in, and it kind of made me feel a little bit better to see that even though they couldn't get in, that they were trying. The results for my capstone project were not what I hoped they would be. I thought that this would be an easy way for teachers to share ideas. A lot of teachers are constantly sending out emails or telling each other in the hallway different ideas. Oh, I found this website, you should check it out, or we did this in my class, you should try it out. And I thought, well, this will be a very easy way for teachers to just quickly share those ideas for anybody to see, and then anybody could offer feedback or suggestions on ways that they liked that idea or ways they could improve that idea. It started out kind of okay. We had a good group of teachers that were clicking on it. You could see that teachers were providing comments, they were posting some resources, they were liking things that I had posted, but then it kind of dwindled off throughout the year, and it became the only thing on the site was the resources that I was posting monthly. I think the teachers just kind of got bogged down in everything else they were doing and just saw this as a extra step of something that they didn't have to do, so they didn't look it up, and it wasn't really benefiting their instruction in a direct manner. It was just showing them some ideas that they could try out. Nothing really specific for their classroom. In reflecting on this project, I think it might have been easier if it was designed more subject specific or grade specific. It was kind of broad in the fact that anyone in the school could post anything they wanted, and while it kind of had the basic guidelines of technology resources, I was wanting them to post things like the videos on new smartboard tricks or screenshots of how to go into PowerSchool and print the progress reports. But teachers were just sharing ideas, and while it was great ideas, they didn't always pertain to everybody, so teachers didn't feel it was very important to read through and see the ideas if they didn't pertain to them. So maybe if it was more grade specific or subject specific, then the teachers would be more inclined to go in and view the post and reflect on them or add something to it and make it a more useful site. In conclusion for this report, I wanted to acknowledge the resources that I used. The main thing was Wikispaces. It's a free site. Any teacher can go in and go to wikispaces.com, and you're able to set up your own wiki page, educational page, for free. It was a great site to use. It just didn't work out as well as I hoped this time. The second resource I used was SurveyMonkey, and it's just surveymonkey.com. It's another free online service. You go in, and for the free version, you create an account. You have a certain limit of questions and surveys you can create, but it works well for simple things like I was using it for. And you design whatever questions you want, whatever type you want, and then send it out, and it collects it and sends it right back to you. So those were two great free resources for teachers to use or anyone within the school.